Tottenham Hotspur is an absolute mess right now. There is more uncertainty in this club than your average middle school relationship, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this club is beyond cooked. Only at Spurs can you win the Europa League, win a major European trophy, and then a week or two later, have this much discernment, have this much of chaos within the club. Bro, we got executives being sacked. We got so much uncertainty around the manager. We got players coming out and saying, hey, keep the manager, screw the board. Bro, there is so much stuff going on with the club. And I'm just going to do like a whole recap of what we've seen over the past couple days and weeks since we've won the Europa League. And yeah, man, just make sure to like and subscribe for more content, guys. There's just so much going on with this club right now. And it's really taken away from the trophy win, and it really sucks. But let's get right into the video, man. Let's go. Okay, so it's been a wild few days for Tottenham Hotspur, obviously, from big names being linked and then backing out to rumors from the very top of the club, and then all the latest news is circulating in terms of the manager, Levy, players coming in. There's so much going on. So let's start out with Leroy Sane. So the buzz around this week with Leroy Sane being interested in the move to Spurs, that would have been huge, but just a day or two later, Sane made it clear he's not interested in the move to Spurs. Classic Spurs window already, guys. Listen, I would love Sane at Spurs, but at the same time, are we buying a player that is past already? He's not going to get any better. This is it. If anything, he's going to get worse. I was hearing links and rumors of 4 years. That's way too much for a player his age. He's going to be 30 or 31 almost. It's not the right move, in my opinion, in terms of that age profile. But if we were to get him just for like a year or two, I think we could make it work. But we'd have to add more on top of that. So you get Sane, you get like an Eze, you sign other bigger name players. You cannot make Sane your statement signing, especially since he's on a free. But yeah, man. So Sane was linked to Spurs, and now it's looking like he's not interested at all. So, oh man. And you see teams like Manchester United, who literally lost to us in the Europa League, signing players. They signed Cunha. They signed Mbuemo. Like, bro, this club is making moves, and you'd think that they're the ones who actually won the Europa League. But no, it was Spurs, and we're out here firing executives, and we don't even know who our manager is. It's just insane, bro. And with that, on the note of firing executives, next up, longtime CEO Donna Maria Cullen has officially stepped down from Spurs. This could signal a major shift in how the club is run on and off the pitch. And it's just crazy. If I'm not mistaken, Donna Cullen has probably been a CEO at Spurs longer than I've been alive. I think this goes back to the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. So for her stepping down is massive. There's so much stuff going on within the entire Spurs boardroom right now in terms of like executives stepping down. There's another big executive stepping down as well. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But bro, there's so much stuff going on right now in that Spurs boardroom. And yeah, man, it's all over the place. But I will say this. Donna Cullen stepping down is a huge first step in actually getting a change for Tottenham. This is a huge step in the club actually going in the right direction, making the proper moves, and actually clearing up that dead wood in the boardroom. So hopefully, big things come from this. I think Vinay, the guy that we signed up from Arsenal, is going to be coming in officially. Well, he came in officially yesterday. So I assume this is his work and his doing. So yeah, man, irrespective of all that, it's a good thing. And hopefully this signals major change in how the club is run off the pitch. Next up, of course, a manager that we have been linked to for months now has been Inzaghi, and it's confirmed that Inzaghi is going to Saudi Arabia. One of the managers that was loosely linked to Tottenham Spurs job, I haven't seen any concrete links, but you know, everyone's been talking about him, so I'll mention it. Simone Inzaghi is now heading to Saudi Arabia. Not a huge shock, but it does limit the already small pool of potential replacements for Ange. That's the reality. So that's a top manager off the list. Meanwhile, Dan Levy is sleeping on vacation or doing God knows what at this point. Next thing, of course, with that being said, Levy is under pressure. So there are fresh rumors. I'm not sure how certain this is. There was text messages leaked. There's a whole bunch of Spurs in the nose saying a whole bunch of stuff. But they're saying that Daniel Levy might actually be under pressure from the ownership or investors. And that he could even be forced to sell the club. If this is true, this would be a massive turning point. This would be like winning the Europa League all over again. I'm telling you, we need to plan a parade if this happens. I don't know how true this is. Um, the whole Enid group, I'm hearing like rumors like the Enid group as a whole, like the daughter of the Enid group is unhappy with Levy. There's so much stuff up in the air. I'm not, take this with a grain of salt. It's not concrete, it's not 100%, but the whole thing that we have to take away from all of this is that there's so much stuff going on within Spurs. So the stuff wouldn't be coming out if everything was okay. There's clearly something going on in the back rooms. So that's something to keep an eye on. Next up, onto the pitch. Spurs are reportedly interested in Eze from Crystal Palace. He'd be a great attacking addition, of course, but he won't come cheap. And I do believe that this is a no-brainer. We should make the move. I think he has a 60 million release clause. It's a no-brainer. Push that. We made Champions League. Do the business, Daniel Levy. But of course, will he come here knowing that there's so much smoke and fire going up with the entire Spurs club as a whole? I don't know. Who's the manager? He can't answer that. No one can answer that. So what does they come here right now at this moment? Who knows? But it's something that we have to get on because the more days that goes by, the more we're falling behind compared to the other clubs. So we need to make a move on this ASAP. So bring Eze in. There's strong links. We've been linked to him for I feel like it's been 2 summers now in a row that we've been linked to Eze. So we got to make a move on this. This is the right option. You can play him on the left, even though he's more of a central midfielder or attacking midfielder. I think he's more suited in the middle, but a player of Eze's stature, you make room for him. You fit him in. So that's the big thing with that. And speaking of more player rumors, hard to believe, but there is chatter that Sane might leave this summer. Obviously, it's hard to see him go, but I think if there's any time for him to go, it would be now. I think based off of the fact that he won the Europa League with Spurs, I think this would be the perfect captain hero sending off. So I think you definitely could make a case for him to leave right now. We did extend his contract by a year, so that's already confirmed. And we are looking to potentially get some money from him, money for him. And there's links to Saudi Arabia as well. So I'm not sure how far we're gonna take that. I doubt someone's gonna want to go to Saudi Arabia. I think he's come out and said that he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So let's see how it goes. But it would be a shame to sell Son. But the reality is that big clubs sell these players when the time is right. And I think right now would be the right time to sell Son. As much as it pains me, as much as it hurts me, I love Son so much. I think it makes the most sense to sell him right now. But I also wouldn't hate it if he stayed another season because I love Son. He's my favorite player ever. So next up, you have players coming out and supporting Ange Postecoglou. So Pedro Porro did an interview, and Pedro Porro came out and said that he wants Ange to stay. He did an interview with, because he's on international break, he did an interview, a Spanish interview, and he said in the interview that he's kind of hurt, essentially. I'm obviously paraphrasing, but he's hurt by the fact that there's rumors of Ange being sacked, and he's saying that Ange was crucial for his career and the big reason why he was able to become the player that he is right now. Ange was monumental for this, and he's saying that the players love him. Everyone loves him in the dressing room. The people outside the dressing room don't know how the dressing room is, and he's saying that all the players in there love him. So he's actually distraught that the rumors of Ange being sacked are even going around because he loves Ange and he wants him to stay. So this goes to my point that I was making through all my videos is that if the players love Ange, he stays, bro. It's so simple. Daniel Levy, all you have to do is ask the players, hey, Pedro Porro, hey, Heung-Min Son, hey, Romero, do you want Ange to stay, yes or no? If they say yes, bada bing, bada boom, you roll on. If they say no, you sack them. But for what we've been seeing from all the players, Madison, Bergvall, Gray, Porro, Romero, Son, all the players have said nothing but good things about him. And you could make the argument, well, they're not going to say bad things. You can make that argument, sure. But the reality is that if they didn't want him gone, you would hear rumors, you'd hear in the nose talking about it, you'd hear ITKs talking about it, you hear stuff on Twitter. They would probably be like more of like a, yeah, you know, it's up to Levy, or like, like they'd make something small. They wouldn't go out of their way to do whole interviews about whether Ange is staying or not, and they wouldn't say so many nice things about him. They just have a quick, simple, brush off the shoulder type of answer. So I think it's clear that the players love Ange and they need him to stay. So Levy, you know what to do, keep him. And of course, next up, Thomas Frank is still being linked as a replacement for Tottenham Hotspur. He's done well at Brentford, but is he really the right man to take Spurs forward? I'm not sure. Like I said, it goes back to what I was just saying before. If the players love Ange, it's simple. You keep him, bro. I like Thomas Frank. I think I think Thomas Frank could get a lot out of these players that have not been performing. He could probably get a lot out of Solanke. He'll probably get more goals in the team. But at the same time, it almost feels like a lateral move. Like, how much does Thomas Frank really move the needle? And we've seen that Ange is already a serial winner. He's won with us. He wants to win. He loves winning. So how much does Thomas Frank really push that on? I'm not sure. I think he gets a better league position than Ange. But in terms of actually winning trophies, I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. But I'm not sold. I like Frank, but I'm not sold. And I'd rather just keep Ange. And yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the entire firestorm or, shit show that has been happening with Spurs this week so far. Bro, it's only Tuesday or Wednesday whenever this video goes out. But man, there has been so much stuff going on. So let me know down in the comments below. What are you guys thinking? Like, how are you guys feeling? Like, do you still have the high of winning the Europa League, or are you just like past that now? Or, like, what are you guys thinking? Who do you want to be the manager? Like, should Ange stay or go? There's so much stuff going on right now. I can't even get my brain wrapped around it. I'm just shook by the fact that we legit just won the Europa League, bro. Legit just won the Europa League. And we should be celebrating. We should be talking a whole bunch of shit. There should be banter towards Arsenal. But instead, we're focusing on a whole bunch of dumb stuff that should have been taken care of well before the Europa League even happened. That's reality. But anyways, that's my rant. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.